One of the most important things that I've learned in my life, that I had a huge struggle with for many years, and I think a lot of people as well, is to know the difference between the things that are in my control, that I can do something about, that I can act on, and the things that are completely out of my control, that I should just let go of and not worry about, don't put my energy there. So the things that I can control, they have to do with me. I can control what I say and what I don't say. I can control my actions. Yes, especially, okay. So it has to do with learning to turn your autopilot off, to be aware of your triggers and your destructive behaviors, and to understand your behaviors. You can stop yourself before you get into destructive reactive patterns. But yes, it's in your power to control that. Your thoughts, not so easy to control your thoughts, but the good news is you don't have to do that. What you can do, on the other hand, is to decide if you want to believe them or not. You can choose not to give them your attention, and you can choose not to identify with them or believe them. So, other people's thoughts, you can't really control them. And most of the time, we tend to think that we know what they're thinking about, but we don't. Most of the time, people don't care about us. They don't think about us. They're so consumed with their own lives, and they are the main character in their life. We're not. We think that we are, but most of the time, they don't give a shit. They're so consumed with their with their own life and their own worries and their own things that they don't care about us so much. We know what we think that they think about us. So realize that you don't know what other people are thinking, but also what they're thinking is not important, because their thoughts and their behaviors has very little to do with you. It's a mirror of how they feel inside, of their old, programmings and their filters and their insecurities and low self-esteem and stress levels and what else. And often has nothing to do with you. So someone else's shitty behavior towards you has most of the time absolutely nothing to do with you. So you can let go of that as well. So say, for instance, that you have a really difficult mother-in-law. You can't change the way she thinks, feels, acts, or talk about you or about, her daughter or son, but you can choose how you respond to it and how you act, if you're going to put up with it or not, if you're going to go and visit her or not. And so just knowing these differences and realizing when it's time to act and when it's time to pull back and say, no, it's none of my business. I'm going to retract and put my energy into the things that are in my control.